Hello and welcome to this week's agent demo. Today we're going to be showing off this RAG agent, which lets you upload Python code files and then extract the functions and then translate them to English and upload them to the RAG database, which makes it possible to then query the RAG database and basically access all your functions that you've ever done if you want to upload every single one, obviously. So let's try this out. Let's move this over here. So you'll see when we get in here that we get the first node is the user choice, and we can either embed a single code file or we can embed all code files in this folder here, and it will basically iterate through this branch and load the file, extract the functions, translate the functions to English, and then embed them to the RAG database. So let's start by embedding all the files in the folder. So you can say we get a preview here of the first file, and it extracted three functions from this file, which is add cc and date and cc search conditional, and then the try again node. So let's look into this one first, and this was this one, I think. Yeah, so you can see first function, second function, and third function. Anyways, so then it proceeds to translate this. So you can see here that we have the description, which is a very detailed English description of what this function does. So you can see the parameters it takes, you can see the behavior of it, and basically exactly what it does. Again, parameters, behavior. And then it proceeds to the next file. Two more functions here. Here we have a bunch of example functions, which it then describes. These are very simple functions, so it will just make a short translation of this. And there we go. It successfully embedded 11 functions from 3 files. So let's look at some of these functions. So we have calculate average. Okay. So let's just take that as an example, and let's try to ask, do I have any functions that averages numbers? So I'm not trying to write exactly the name. You'll see here we get process numbers and we get calculate average, and then we get the code here, which we can then basically just copy. And let's say we're working on our code file here, we could just paste it in. So now let's try another one. So are there any functions for what can we say? Let's just say multiplying numbers for now. Of course, it's gonna search for, yeah, apparently we have 25 documents in there. Yeah, and it fetches multiply and multiply again. Yeah, because we have done this twice, so we have uploaded every function twice now. So of course it's gonna give this 2 times. Okay, so that's pretty much how it works, and yeah, I think it could be very useful after you're done with a project. Just put them into this folder and upload it to the RAG database, And if you're ever working on a project and you need like your specific way of doing a function, then you can just search for it here and it will find it for you. Because I think the problem that it solves is it makes it very easy to find functions. I can find it very hard to, you know, remember which project I did a specific function and which project I did that exact function in. So this could be very useful for that. I mean, it's kind of a simple agent, but it was fun to make, and it was challenging for me, so it was fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can just show you how this works. What I've done is so let's take this extraction node here. It pretty much I have a LLM which is GPT-4o, and I have structure outputs on, and then it's basically a prompt that takes the code file content and then returns the this class original function, which is the name of the code of the function rather, and the code for it. And then we have the next node, which is translated function, and it of course gets a list of original functions, and then it just returns translated functions for each of these and creates the translated functions list. And then at the end of the translation node, these are aggregated to the full functions list. So this is a list of these two combined. And then what's uploaded to the RAG database, I can show you here. You can see here that we let's see here. We embed the page content, or rather what we embed is the description, so the translated English version, and then we upload metadata, which is the name and the actual code. So then when you search in the RAG database, it returns the code for the description. So you search for the description and return only the code, because you're never interested in getting a description back, so you'd rather just get the code. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in this week, and let's see what I build next week. So this is going to be a recurring series which I do every week, so feel free to subscribe and just, yeah, leave a comment. Tell me if I did this in a stupid way, if this overall just is a stupid project that I did here. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you next week with a new agent. Let's just exit to show you I can actually exit. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.